Hello and welcome to issue number 71 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines and create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
Looks like we got a voicemail here. I am going to play that. I do want to say to anyone listening that this is a spoiler for Avengers Infinity War, so if you don't want to hear that, I would say skip ahead like 10 minutes or so till we get to the main episode. So here it is.
Hey, Headline Heroes. It's Jeff. I think I've talked to you once or twice, maybe. I had a question for you as I'm driving right now. I want to know if you, and I will preface this is a spoiler for Infinity War, so there you go. If you were looking up into the beautiful eyes of Robert Downey Jr., and we're about to dissolve into nothing, I want to know what your final words would be to Mr. Tony Stark. So if you could answer that, I would really appreciate it because I'm just curious. I want to know. Thanks.
Oh, geez, spoilers. God.
Oops.
Oh,
was I? Oh, shit. I tried to skip ahead, but it didn't work.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck. Well.
You should have seen the movie, Nate.
Yeah, well, I was getting there. I needed to finish Frasier for the second time.
And you need to watch Avatar.
Yeah, so you're waiting until you finish Avatar.
Yeah,
It's
Avatar
important.
first.
It's important. Avatar gives a lot of context to Avengers Infinity War. Yeah.
I'm excited
sure.
to discuss that in detail.
Okay, yeah. Well, you got to watch it first. So.
But not. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the hard-hitting question here. What are you guys thinking?
I'll get the obvious one out of the way right away.
Yeah.
If you want.
Uh-huh.
So as I'm looking into his eyes, I would just hold up one hand and I would say, pull my finger. and then as he pulled it, I would dissolve.
I can imagine, like, Star-Lord doing that.
I could too, but wouldn't that be perfect timing as he pulled it? Maybe I'd fart too.
That would be pretty good.
If you still have the muscles left to fart, yeah, you probably should.
Fart,
Yeah.
and then like as I like am dissolving, and like even if as I'm disappeared, you'll hear a whisper that goes, "Get it."
Well, we all know that as you're dissolving, the first things to go is the muscles of the butt. So, like, ugh.
Yeah.
What if it grabs the finger and it just pulls it right off?
That'd be pretty good too.
Ugh. Yikes.
Yeah.
Tanner, I thought you were gonna say what I was gonna say, and that like you reach up and like kind of swipe across Robert Downey Jr.'s face, and then just say, "Got your nose," and then just like gone, just gone.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna do the thing Rafiki does and say Simba before he just, which would be pretty good too.
Inside of you.
I don't know what that means, Peter.
Yeah, so that'd be good. Nate, you got anything?
Yeah, well, so in this scenario, it seems like we're pitching that, like, we sort of know what's coming, that, like,
Yeah,
we need to make
we
some
know.
sort of last statement to Mr. Stark.
Yeah.
And I know that he's probably going to be really sad because I'm dead, so maybe I want to give him a little bit of something to hold on to after I'm gone. It's just, and so I think before I disappear, I would say something like, "The treasure is buried on my," and then as I drift, and so he'll be so preoccupied
Classic.
with this quest to find the treasure that it'll take a little bit of the sting off of the fact that half of humanity, or the entire universe, I guess, is dead.
Also, just not focusing anymore on trying to save us or anything. Just
No, the treasure.
Yeah, the treasure. Do you think that you would have enough time to like rip off a quick balloon animal?
No, why would I do that?
I don't. Well, just give it to him and just like
some whimsy.
here.
Little dog.
Yeah.
Remember me.
Would the balloon animal also dissolve though?
Half of all balloon animals would. So
I don't think it's alive.
Well, I mean, neither were the clothes on anyone's back, but they dissolve.
It's true.
wait, so like, does half of everything dissolve then? Were there buildings dissolving?
No.
I think that was just a like overlooked detail that doesn't.
I think
seem
it's
like
just
a
a.
close.
Yeah.
Well, so
I suppose if they came back in the second one and they were all naked, it probably wouldn't be a great Disney
here's
film.
what I think. If I was carrying the balloon animal on me, it would dissolve. If I just reached out and on Titan and grabbed the balloon animal that happens to be laying there, yeah, it wouldn't dissolve. It's fine. Give him Giraffe.
Oh, you'd go for the long neck?
Yeah.
Or would it be a short giraffe?
Short giraffe is also superior. You're right. Of course. How could I forget? Then it just turns into just a fat cow.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think I have a sort of a follow-up one that I'm curious what you think if this would go over well. What if you, right before you disappear, and like maybe we say that Peter's the first one to disappear, he just like looks around and then you just say oops and then you disappear, and so Iron Man's left thinking like, did Peter do this? Why did you say oops before he disappeared? Did Peter have something to do with this? I'm very confused.
Yeah. That'd be good. Really.
Oh shit, what did I do? Disappears.
What did he do? I
done leaving a little mystery for Stark.
Done it.
That idiot kid.
Oh, you dummy. What if you know it's coming, so then you snap to like try and protect your boy Thanos?
Just time it just perfectly.
Because yeah, Thanos, like, of course, Peter Parker and Thanos are like best buds.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Thanos isn't that bad.
It's not really. It's not about why. He's just gonna. More about what would Tony think?
It's for the whimsy.
I'm gonna punt Tony right before I go.
Oh, big question. Did Ashton Kutcher survive?
Oh shit.
And was he in the middle of a punk when it happened?
Oh, what if he knew though? What if he knew that Thanos was gonna do this, so then he based his punk around it?
Oh, okay. I was thinking that the celebrity that he was punking was like the only one there that didn't disappear, and they thought it was part of the punk. Oh, that'd be good.
And then JT, Justin Timberlake, out here like, okay, Ashton, come back. Ashton,
you've done it again.
Come on.
Fun. And there's sirens going
he's still
off.
roaming the countryside trying to find him.
Smoke is in the distance. A helicopter crashes. Like, woof. Yikes. Heavy stuff. Good movie.
Good flick.
Well, should we move on? I guess. Let me just.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm not sure. I can't. Do I need to say? What do we? I trying to remember. Should I say what we do here? I don't really.
I guess maybe. I was gonna say it's good to be back. Glad you guys held down the fort last week.
You were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, what?
I kind of thought.
Nate, what do we do here?
So every week, Drew. Maybe it's been a while since you've been on. I guess. So this might be a good refresher. So every week, what we normally do is we grab articles from the internet, like headlines and stuff, and we put those in a list. And then we have Tanner pick one at random, so it's kind of like fun, random. We don't know what's coming up.
It is fun,
and we use that as an origin story for a superhero or a supervillain. Do you remember that?
It's ringing a bell.
Okay, well we'll put some training wheels on you.
Yeah,
we'll hold your hand.
It might help trigger my memory if Tanner gives a bit of a refresher on what we did last week.
Okay, but I thought you weren't here.
What did we do?
Well,
sorry. Here, let me ask. Tanner, what did we do?
Last week, all three of us collectively.
I was there, yeah.
Well, you submitted the article. We made Dwayne the Boom Butt Johnson, which sounds like he should be a hero because of Dwayne Johnson, but no, he's actually a villain who was trying to kill The Rock.
When I hear that name, it makes it sound like it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but he's holding up a boom box, except the boom box, instead of two speakers on the side of it, there's two butts.
It's two butts. Boom butt.
Two boom butt.
That's good. It's a good image. But yeah, so that means this week we are going to make a hero. And I've already picked an article at random, and that article is number 7 for you guys. And the headline is Great-grandmother kills 12-foot gator with one shot. She thinks it ate her miniature horse.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And this is a submission to us. Someone on Twitter, Neo Yokio Apologist on Twitter, is at GYWAIR on Twitter. So thank you for that. This is
Your address is 145.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you know what? We'll do that later.
Yeah.
Oh, this lady looks sweet. Also, but then you scroll down slightly, and then she's standing next to a alligator that is now hung up.
Holy shit, USA Today. Can we just calm down?
Yeah, are you having issues?
Did you get the little pop-up video that's like, hey,
we would like to send you some notifications. Here's a survey you could do. Please sign up. Please sign up for us. And here's an ad.
This is why people use AdBlock.
Like, fuck off. This is so dumb.
Yep.
Okay, so another gator.
Another gator.
I mean, we got a miniature horse, we got a gator, got an old woman, got a lot of factors in this story.
Yeah, so who's the villain?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or wait, no, hero. Wait, what are we doing? We're doing a hero. Who's the hero?
Yeah,
is a hero.
The gator, probably.
First thing I thought of.
Gator's dead. Can't emphasize enough how much the gator's dead.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess that doesn't have to preclude him being the hero. We just have to figure out how to get him back to life.
Bring him back to life. Yeah. Could the miniature horse have like staged its own death? I don't know what that gives us. It's fun.
Okay, so you're
the whimsy
to imagine a world where the miniature horse is the hero.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
And then what?
I don't know. That's why I was just.
Wait, why is it staging
you.
its own death if it's a hero?
I don't know. I was just giving it to
is
you.
It committing
also.
insurance fraud so that way it can get money to then fund its heroic tax?
Big hero is evading those taxes. I don't know. I was just throwing that out there to see if we could do anything with it and sparked any of you guys' imaginations, but I guess we'll just question it and poke holes in it.
I'm not poking holes in it. I'm thinking, trying to imagine. I mean, it would be easy if the woman was, deranged in some way or something, and the miniature horse felt he had to escape.
I think she is a little deranged here.
She's the mayor of Livingston, Texas.
Well, now she's telling the story of her memorable hunt. She killed the gator with one shot, plans to eat the meat, and hopes to display the gator's humongous head in her office. So, that sounds, I don't know, that sounds a little crazy.
Yeah, it does.
But we have a miniature horse that's smart enough to stage its own death.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else is it? We gotta give it that extra oomph, though, to get it to superhero status and not just animal oddity. So, what are we thinking?
In staging its own death, something happens. Why? I guess. What? How did it stage its death? Did it involve the 12-foot gator? Do we want to go based
off of what the story says, or maybe we should? Because let me tell you, the story part, if you haven't read it, is not super interesting. So maybe we can make up our own thing. Because in the story, it just goes missing, and then she just thinks the alligator did it. That's it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty lame.
So the horse just ran away.
It's not like she's driving along and looks up on her sunroof and the haunch of the horse lands on it, and then the T-Rex gets out.
No, T-Rex. I don't think it's like that.
I'm speaking in
we
movies
should make that
for
into
you.
A movie though. That sounds kind of cool.
T-Rexes aren't real.
Well, we can make them real via some sort of scientific. You can do anything with science.
No, I mean they never existed.
Okay. No, go on with that. Yeah, why is that?
Tell me more. I'm actually interested in this. My flat Earth friends are talking about this, so I'm kind of...
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. It's all here in this really persuasive literature that I found in the bathroom at my local 7-Eleven.
Okay. You're handing it to me. All right, let me grab that. All right, let me just flip through this.
Where are 7-Elevens? I don't think there's any here.
That was going to actually be my next question, is not that you don't believe that dinosaurs existed, is that are 7-Elevens still around?
Yeah, I think they're just regional.
Yeah, I think they're a West Coast thing, aren't they?
I'll zoom in on San Francisco.
Yeah,
boy, it's not finding anything.
Not in the Midwest. They're everywhere else though.
Oh, here, I found a ton of them in San Francisco.
Oh wait, there's one in Iowa.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Bettendorf.
Oh. I don't know. What do we even want to go down that rabbit hole of horse that tried to kill itself or pretended to kill itself?
I don't know. I just pictured they hook up the alligator to some thing with a giant lightning rod on it, and it gets electrocuted, and the alligator becomes their thing they use to be a hero.
Now, I hate to do this, but we have done weird robotic alligator before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're right.
Now, I mean, I don't want to get too hung up on things we've done before. We technically did Mr. Ed before, but also, but he is a big horse.
He was a big horse.
I'm just not. I don't really care if we.
He was a big horse with a big personality.
We've done a grandma that's a superhero before.
Fuck.
Oh my god, have we reached the point?
Okay, so
all right.
Maybe the alligator wears the grandma like a flesh suit and rides the mini horse around.
Yuck.
I don't think we've done that before.
No, we haven't. Could it be something? Maybe the in is that she is actually mayor. We've never done a mayor thing.
Haven't we?
Don't think so. We've done a senator thing.
Huh. Okay.
Hmm.
So she's mayor of Flavortown.
Is she crazy? Is she a crazy mayor? But the good crazy, you know?
What's the good crazy?
I don't know. Well, the first example I can think of is from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but you're not gonna like that, Tanner.
Try me.
There's this character called King Boomy, and he's just a
Okay.
crazy guy.
I'm already lost.
Yeah, I figured. What
Now,
could
when
I
does
say?
he come into the Avatar movie? I haven't seen him yet.
Actually, he was in book 1, and I'm actually surprised he wasn't in that movie.
Wait.
I was talking about the Blue People movie.
That's
but-
what I thought. Aren't the blue people not in that universe?
Well, you would think so, but if you'll come with me to my red string and newspaper clipping wall, I think
Huh.
you'll find that that's not the case.
Wow, this wall is entirely bulletin board.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go big, you gotta plan for it.
Yeah,
so
I guess.
anyway, it all starts with well, we're gonna go back to the
Let's
ancient
talk to the
Egyptians and work our
dinosaurs.
way
Fire
back.
Nation
Okay, here we
came,
go.
Right? It all
Yeah.
starts in
Yeah,
the
well, what
Fire
happens
Nation?
later?
Well, now I don't know what to do.
All right, what are we
Okay,
gonna
we're
do? though?
floundering. We're floundering.
Yes, we need to figure something out here.
We need to pick an angle of this thing. There's too many angles.
Is it gonna be horse, gator, or grandma? That
Could be
classic game show.
Grandma going around killing alligators.
Mayor grandma hunting gators.
So is there a swarm of gators that's trying to take over her town? And she has to defend it
Oh,
kind of like an old
no.
western?
Okay, yes.
Okay, yeah, that's
You said
something.
old western, and now I'm like, it's kind of forming in my head, and I like it.
So,
I like
like,
what I'm seeing.
I'm imagining gators riding horses and
kind of
coming into
Oh,
town.
they could be riding mini horses.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
And like whoever is mayor, or because typically in the western it'd be like a sheriff, but like maybe it's for some reason mayor in this thing. Like they're like, oh no, I can't do this, and they pull off their mayor badge and put it on the grandma and say, "You're mayor now," and run out of town. So she's like, "Guess I gotta take care of it myself," and then she starts.
Is she maybe just kind of like a little more sane in that everyone is like pretending like this is a western, but she's just like, no, we are a functioning town. What? No, we have cars.
So does she eventually give in though and just start shooting the gators?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm picturing what's that movie with Johnny Knoxville and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Jackass?
Yes, Jackass. No, I gotta look this up now because I picture that.
The Last Stand.
Yeah, Last Stand. Because there's a point where like he whips out like a actual turret to start shooting at the bad guys, and I just picture this old lady doing that at some point with these gators.
Yeah, that's good. So wait, how does the miniature horse come in here then? I know they're riding them, but like she shot it. Maybe she just was like, no, this is bullshit. I don't want to do this. And then the gators eat her horse.
Oh,
Or,
so I was never good, Nate.
Oh no, I mean the alternative that I could see is that the alligator really does eat her miniature horse, and she kills it, and in retribution, the alligators try and come to take over her town. Like she killed one of theirs, and so they're gonna come and attack her. And
There's
her-
a
her
gator
home.
getting drunk in the bar, and he goes and eats her horse, and so she takes the retribution. Yeah.
Oh, I was drunk. I thought it was gonna be like maybe the gators were trying to push her off of her property, and she was like, "Nope, not moving." They're like, "Okay," and so they
Oh.
eat most
The
of her
horse.
horse, and then put the horse's head in her bed for her to wake up
Oh.
and see.
Should be a movie.
And then maybe she goes to the mayor at that point to complain about them, and he's like, "I don't know what you want me to do. They run the area."
And
then
right
says,
at that point, they all come hooting and hollering in on their horses.
yes.
And that's when the mayor is just like, well, I can't do this. You're mayor now. And then just runs away.
gives her the badge,
The mayor
mayor
badge.
badge?
The
Yeah.
mayor badge.
and then he leaves town.
All right. That's a pretty good scenario. Should we play it out? Like, how does she start fighting these gators? What do they start doing
The gators
besides the hooting and hollering?
knocking over garbage cans,
Mailboxes.
Eating chickens, probably.
Oh,
whole chickens.
going into grocery stores and just eating all of the raw chicken there.
And like they leave boxes half eaten and open, and it's like seal those
Oh.
up when you're done. They're gonna go stale. What are you
God,
doing?
we have chip clips. You animal. You are an animal, but
Why did
like,
I buy
please.
these cute chip clips that have a little
Little-
kind of animal tails on them that look so cute. Like, why didn't you use them?
I have these chip clips here that even are like they're like alligators. I made them.
Yeah, make them out of alligator. Oh,
They're
I see. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, maybe that's
I think okay. So what other mischief are they causing? They're busting up grocery stores.
Yeah.
for sure.
and the chip clips. Oof.
Eating
Cereal
chickens.
bags. Yeah.
I mean, they're probably causing some building destruction, right? With their big, powerful tail. Are these special alligators, or are they just really smart alligators?
What do you mean special?
Like, do they have any other abilities besides they are smart?
I think they're smart, and maybe
Are they beefcakes?
I think they. Yeah. Well, yes, of course. I think they walk on hind legs, but can go down on all four. They're kind of anthropomorphic.
I'm kind of wondering if like we could have a sort of
They're opening.
side origin story for them, where like some local company was dumping their toxic waste in the swamp
The
where
chip
these
clip
alligators
company.
would live, and that's at least explains why they're smart.
little more
and
smart,
Walk on
yeah.
their hind legs.
Yeah, for sure.
And that way, if we need to give them any sort of extra oomph, we have an outlet.
They're opening my mail, and I don't really appreciate that. That's against the law.
That's a crime.
They're
Yeah.
leaving the fridge open.
Oh,
Like
Jesus.
I pay for that.
But not
If
like
you're
wide
hurting that,
open,
you're
just
hurting
like
the,
a crack.
It
The,
sounds like they're a really bad
motor in
roommate.
it.
yeah.
They're
Oh,
opening your
yeah.
mail.
Well, I
Leave the
mean, if you
fridge
think about
open.
it, bad roommates for this whole town. Like, oh, they're drinking my milk,
so
not
This
soaking
woman-
that peanut butter knife. Ugh.
she's old, right?
She's a great grandmother, but I mean,
I kind of just imagine that she. What? Okay, hold on. There's a detail I have to pull in here.
yes.
I was gonna go one way, but I read this in the article. Maybe the gator was found in the same pond where her then 5-year-old grandson shot a gator in 2009. 5 years old, this kid shot an alligator.
Holy
Jesus.
crap.
That was
That gator was even bigger, 800 pounds and 12 foot 6 inches.
how
What?
long ago was that?
2009. So 8
Oh.
years ago? No, 9 years ago.
9 years ago. So maybe was that the point where that happened, and then the alligator community came together and was just like, we got to become more. So then they start experimenting.
They
and
became like an organized unit,
Yeah.
organized crime.
And so now they have a special vendetta against this woman and her family.
And the mayor wouldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, and now she's mayor.
Now she's mayor.
Yeah, it's a good
Um,
little detail.
What I was originally sort of when I accidentally read that was I was like, I thought it would be sort of funny if okay, so she's like the mayor who's trying to take on these alligators, but maybe she needs help. So does she assemble like a group of all of her elderly friends to sort of be the Magnificent Seven or whatever?
Dude, I thought
So,
about that too.
Yes.
the geriatric seven. I don't know.
So there's one that has to use a walker, but if they flip it up, it's actually got a shotgun on the bottom of it or something.
It's clever. It's clever.
4-barrel shotgun. Like the dude goes flying back when he uses it, but it is effective.
It's a
Very
one-shot kill. It's his one card trick, hat trick there. That guy is now dead.
What else?
But-
What else?
Cane sword, of course.
Yeah.
Sort of course, a little nod, wink, wink, nod, nod to Gam Gam Samson.
Yeah, a little reference.
Oh yeah,
What else do old people use?
wheelchairs.
Oh hell yeah!
Wheelchairs
Or electric scooters.
Rascals, like the more electric ones.
Like souped up rascals that have spikes on the wheels.
Ah, but they're real slow, and by the time as you're going over the alligator's tail, it just turns around like, what the fuck, and eats you.
I mean, ouch!
And,
But what
and
the
then
fuck?
you shoot it.
Oh, that was
it's
the
a
trap. You think the wheelchair, the souped up wheelchair that looks menacing, but it's actually just a distraction as this great grandma comes up with a gun, just poof, Lenny's him,
I like this. I don't think we use guns as superpowers enough.
Yeah, it's. I like this Western theme. So is it just revolvers and maybe shotguns and rifles? Like nothing like automatic or
Yeah,
anything.
it's all old school weapons.
Yeah, maybe an old timey Gatling gun.
Where you have
Like
to
that's
actually
their
crank
big
it.
gun. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, are they going to carry it around in a coffin they've been dragging with them the whole movie?
Oh yeah, the seventh member is actually dead.
So they're just in a casket.
Or maybe that's the end game where they pretend like one of them is dead. So they're doing an open casket and they get the Gators to come to the funeral.
It's like a ceasefire. Like
Yeah,
hey,
they're all coming together.
Someone died here.
someone died. Like, can we be cool? Can we be cool? And the gator's like, yeah, we can be cool. And then
Please let us bury our friend.
so they go up to the casket.
Dude,
And then the person opens their eyes, gets up at their feet, like the second part of the casket opens up, and a Gatling gun comes out, and she
Pay your respects, motherfuckers.
just shoot, mows them down.
This almost makes the old people seem like the bad guys, though.
Yeah, that is a real dick move.
We need to hype up how bad the alligators are then.
In any real event of war, I think that would be a war crime.
Yes, absolutely, it would be.
Listen, alligators didn't sign the Geneva Convention, so I don't recall them being there. So what else are the alligators doing that we can do to make the old people's behavior seem more legit?
Besides just the shitty roommate stuff.
I mean, maybe that's where it starts, but then it has to escalate if they're literally going to trick them into coming to a funeral and kill them.
Maybe
with a
it goes from
gun.
shitty roommate to crazy ex, like slashing tires and
stealing your son,
eating your kid,
with them.
Oh, just crazy ex, yeah. Calling the police on you. Do they just start? They take over the law enforcement. So then basically they're in charge, and then crime is running rampant. So in order to fight it, they have to like drive them out and reestablish the police.
And so that's when they play dirty.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking that this lady, this Magnificent Seven, is a good if they're doing that. I'm really hung up on that coffin thing, which is absolutely canon. They are doing it.
An orphanage or something.
Okay, they blew up the orphanage.
Oof. Were the kids in there?
They
yeah.
Oh man, that's really bad.
They blow up a nursery.
Oh shit.
But
like
not
a plant nursery.
But yeah,
like plants?
it's absolutely a plant nursery. Yeah.
But old people love plants.
They love
That's what the town was known for.
Yeah, it was. They were known for their stock of Venus flytraps, and #1 in the world, baby.
Well, it used to be anyway.
Yeah, not anymore. They could like start just doing the thing where they become the top force, so they are hoarding all of like the food, and it becomes a weird caste system of the alligators on top.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, they could just make it so bad for everyone that it's like, no, we have to.
Or they could blow up an orphanage.
Or an orphanage.
Or they could blow up an orphanage.
Oof.
Maybe it'll be a You Choose adventure book. They can either hoard all the food and form a caste system or blow up the orphanage.
Are they seriously called You Choose adventure books, or?
Uh-huh.
Aren't they Choose Your Own Adventure?
What did I say?
You choose adventure.
I don't know.
I guess that's
the same thing.
I guess that's like the shitty off-brand.
Well, I just think of the GooseBoomps ones where it says, "Reader beware, you choose the scare."
Oh, GooseBoomps.
GooseBoomps. You had the off-brand.
I had GooseBoomps. They were really bad. They had like a lamp come alive and like eat your phone.
GooseBoomps.
GooseBoomps. It was kind of spook, and like
not that scary.
GooseBoomps really took me out of it because I would like finish a chapter and every chapter would end like, "Are you spooked? Are you spooked now? How's this? Am I doing all right?"
You went in the kitchen and you thought you left the light off, but it was on.
It was on.
Are you spooked? What do you do? Are you spooked?
Are you spooked now?
Really insecure and kept having to check to make sure you're having a good time.
Is this good for you? Are you having fun? Blood runs down the wall.
Wrong? Is something wrong? What's wrong?
Why aren't you talking to me?
R.L. Steen. Ronald. His name is just Ronald. Ronald Steen. But he took R.L. His first name isn't even start with an L.
This one is about this one's a camera where it takes your picture and it's not as good of a picture as you
Oh, it's super blurry. Oh, camera that always gives red eye. Always red eye.
Ooh, are you spooked?
Side note, is red eye even a thing anymore?
I think if you have flash,
yeah, the flash
it still is,
because
it was. But like a lot of cameras will automatically like
correct it,
do auto like red eye removal or whatever.
God, we live in the future.
We do. God,
yeah, so that would be an example of like I was just thinking like if that GooseBoomps would not translate well to this generation because like red eye, what was that? What's a corded phone? What? Yeah. So this is so it's a phone. It's a corded phone. But the cord always gets real jumbled up, real snaggy. Snags on every door handle. What? I don't even...
Yeah.
Ouch.
Only 90s kids will remember.
Are you spooked? Are you spooked?
It's a puppet, and it's this creepy puppet. puppet, but he's all tangled up. He got tangled up in the box, and you can't get
You found him
He
in your
doesn't talk
grandma's
or anything. It's just
basement
kinda, like,
because she was a bit of a
spooky,
hoarder, so like she kept everything, and you find that down there. Like, oh,
right? Hey, are you spooked
I'll
right now?
Hey,
Tell
spooked.
me, what's your spook level?
I'm gonna take my hands and just take them apart. You tell me when how spooked you are. All right, all right, all right, all right. Ooh, pretty spooked. Oh, really? Like
Really?
this spooked? Holy shit! All right, I'm doing a good job. Good job on these GooseBoomps.
Was it spook for you? Was it spook for you?
Can I be honest? I really needed this. It's been a rough few weeks. What a fun bit from Drew mispronouncing something.
It's a ice machine, but there's no ice in it. It just keeps running and grinding. What's it doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a good one.
You know there's ice in there.
And
God damn
then
it. There's
the
ice in
second
here.
you
I
pull the
know.
bucket away when you give up, a couple pieces of ice fall down into the
Yeah, right on the floor. And you're like, I guess those are the dogs. Or you do what I did as a kid and just kick it under the fridge because it's just water.
Man, I bet underneath that fridge looked pretty gross, though, once it got moved.
I don't know. We sold that house.
I don't know, I burned it and ran.
Oh, that was a good bit. Good goof, guys.
It was fun.
Yeah. But where were we? What are we doing?
The Gators did something bad enough for them to commit war crime against them.
Oh, it was that they made a caste system, and basically people were dying on the streets because they're starving.
Yes.
So drastic times. She's kind of. I feel like this Magnificent Seven, which we'll have to think of a better name for them, is kind of an anti-hero group, maybe.
Kind of like the Punisher.
Yeah. Which it's good to have some anti-heroes in here.
Yeah,
Sometimes you need some people to just take exactly.
And you know what? You can't argue with the results. Well, you can argue with the results. They were achieved in such a shitty way, but like
yeah, you can
I mean,
definitely
you can argue with the methods.
You can
not
definitely-
the results.
There you
that's their argument is just like, well, it worked, so like you guys weren't doing anything.
Also, I'm gonna die soon, so what the fuck do I
Yeah,
get?
like I
Kiss my
don't.
grits.
Oof.
Ouch. GooseBoomps. I think one of the members is R.L. Stern or Steen. I don't remember.
How spooked are you right now?
Pretty spooked.
Steen,
Man, I said-
we're spooked, okay? We're
I-
spooked. We're all spooked. Can you just stop asking if we're spooked for 2 seconds?
We all agreed that we would do the Halloween episode like closer to Halloween, but I think this is it.
This is a prelude.
Yeah.
Wait, unless
the
Drew,
spooks.
are you spooked? Are you spooked right now?
Let me just look at my hairs. Ooh, one standing up. That's like a one on the spook. I'm one more than I was before, so I'm at one spook.
Bro, are you
My hair's
spooking me right
standing
now?
up, but it's that bedhead. Are you fucking spooking me?
Ashton, what are you doing? Are you spooked?
You telling me you're spooked right now?
Then he goes and he dissolves.
I could die.
Man, that'd be an annoying character.
But is now a character in this. Yeah. So I think are we good on like what happens and why they do it and why the ends justify the means, but don't really?
Yeah, I mean, so is that the climax basically when they light him up in the funeral home?
Yeah, when GooseBoomps author is the one that's in the coffin, and he's while he's like cranking that Gatling gun, he's like, "Are you spooked now?
Are you not?
How spooked are you? Put your tiny alligator hands apart. Tell me how spooked you are."
Oh, pretty spooked. All right, should we move on to man? Oh man, what else do we do? It's been a while for me.
Costume.
We gotta do like well, do they have costumes?
Should probably wear a cowboy
kind of a
hat.
western feel to it, I think.
Oh, I was thinking like cyberpunk future, but I guess we can do
Ooh,
Western.
cyberpunk future western.
Oh, I was super joking.
But hold on.
No.
Yeah, western. They got hats. I don't know why do they have hats though.
Because
Old
the
people love
bright
hats.
sun. Don't want to burn the top of their head.
Exactly. Half of them are bald. So
Do you think it's anything like the alligators brought a western theme to it, so they're only just matching, but also that hot sun?
I mean, I'm just wondering if it's like a mixture of the hot sun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like a smaller town that you could consider. Like it's a smaller rural town that you could consider to be western, but also they just all grew up in a time when Clint Eastwood
Yeah,
movies were really popular, and they're all just big,
John Wayne.
They're all just big fans of the western.
Yeah, and the Gators just kept watching reruns of old westerns.
Oh, look at me! I'm Rooster Cogburn. Are you spooked?
We're doing a western thing
God
right now.
damn it!
Steen, just for 1 second.
Is his name?
Steen. And I think that was.
Oh, I thought you said Dean
Nadine?
Steen.
Dean Steen.
Dean Steen. This character. I love it. Almost as much as Confused Mobster.
That was a great character.
So we're saying they're all decked out in Western apparel.
Western stuff. Walker with gun on it. Kane with
The
sword
walker,
seems a little weird.
The walker has the little spurs on it, so it makes it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a rifle inside the cane instead of a sword. Then Drew, I think
You're right. I mean, you could get away with like a Bowie knife or something. Yeah, it's just a big. It's just a big cane and just pulls out a little Bowie knife. There it is. Wheelchair has like a saddle on it, and that's it.
That's all she wrote.
And then the coffin. That's all she wrote. All right, then I think name, and I feel like we have to name a lot here. We've already got Dean Steen.
Do we? I mean, what do you see as the other? I see. I could think of two things we need to name.
We need to
What do
name
you
two
see?
groups at least, and I thought maybe we
Oh.
would have to name. I think we have to name her, who this
Yeah.
grandmother is, the leader, and then we have to name her group, and then maybe the crocodile or alligator
Okay,
gang.
That was the one I hadn't considered, the crocodile one, but I certainly don't. See.
So right off the bat, you could call it the Geriatric 7
Why is that?
because they're old,
You got me there on a technicality. Yeah,
and the Magnificent 7.
yeah.
So the Geriatric 7. It's like a play off the movie,
Yeah. So
which is actually a remake of Seven Samurais.
Yes, it is. Tanner, didn't we watch that movie
Yeah.
when we got drunk on whiskey?
We drank whiskey.
It was a good night.
You did not like
Yeah.
the whiskey.
I'm trying to get more into
You're
it.
not a whiskey boy.
I'm trying very hard. Anyway, what should we name first? Maybe the group, and then we can name her off of that.
sure.
Some playoff Magnificent Seven.
Doesn't have to be. It could be the old farts, and they fart a lot like a Nutty Professor
good.
movie.
What are other like Western group names? Like, is Magnificent Seven really the only one?
Is it in terms of
What?
groups? Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there was True Grit. Wasn't 310 originally a old time Western before it was remade?
Yeah, it would have been.
I think really just the iconic Magnificent Seven is.
Yeah. I do like I do like the Geriatric 7, I will say, but
All right.
if we're not happy with that, we can
I'll be honest. I've never geriatric. What?
Oh, it means like here, I'll just look up the
I'm
actual
looking it up
Yeah,
now.
That'll probably be easier.
Relating to old people.
especially with regard to their health care.
Oh hell yeah! All right, geriatric.
So that's why you didn't respond. You
Like-
didn't understand what geriatric meant.
No, I didn't.
That makes way more sense. I was like, well, I thought that was good.
Yeah, no, I was with you.
Sorry.
It was just
Sorry.
like so they'll talk about like geriatric medicine
Yeah.
will be for old people. It's like the opposite of pediatric.
My favorite is I look up geriatric, and on the side there's this wonderful old woman with bingo wings, holding up her fist,
Yeah, I saw
like
that.
definitely the epitome of bingo wings.
It's just such a good picture.
Ah,
Oh, brother. Okay, the Geriatric 7. then.
geriatric 7.
What about her name?
She's a mayor, so I mean, should we go mayor approach or like a sheriff thing?
Mayor Sheriff.
She's the mayor.
Mayor sheriff. What's like a
This one's a tough one because it's not actually like a superhero name.
no?
Like it's not like she has a different identity.
Mayor Western.
Hmm.
Maybe should we just name her, and she has kind of maybe a funny real name, and then we just call her Mayor last name.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Her real name is Judy Cochran, but Mayor Cochran
Oh.
doesn't really have anything.
It's
There's nothing particularly funny about it.
I'm gonna say the obvious one.
yeah.
Game Sam.
Oh,
Wow, it's
Wow.
holy shit.
There it
It's
is.
been a minute since we brought that
If I
one up.
hadn't said
Approximately
it-
69 episodes.
It would have been brought up later. I feel like if I hadn't said it,
it's more of
Yeah.
a great Gam Sam though.
because she's a great grandma.
Yeah.
Mayor Gam Sam Sam.
Mayor Game Sam.
I love you bringing it up, and we will get it in here, Tanner. I just don't think this is the one.
No,
No?
what I was laughing at was I was remembering when you said Game Sam and Nate's reaction to it when he said it back in
It's
our
been
first
definitely a role
episode.
reversal where I'm just like, what? No. And Nate's
Now it's
like,
well,
yes.
maybe. I'm trying to think if there's. I keep getting hung up on like Mayor. Like I wanted to basically sound like the word mayor twice, but I can't. It just doesn't work. Like mayor,
Mayor.
Meyer. Mayor. I don't know. I'm just dumb. It's hard to come up with a funny name.
I found a list of
last name.
1800s Wild West slang that you should start using in your daily life. So let's see what this brings up here. It's having a hard time opening.
Yeah. Good.
Highfalutin, manner of self-important or a pompous person.
That's fun.
Catawampus, when things are askew or awry.
Mayor Kathy Wampus.
Mayor Wampus.
I like it just 'cause it sounds funny.
I love how it sounds.
I didn't know that Cattywampus was a Western.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Catty. Catherine Wampus, of course. Toad Strangler. It's a heavy rain or downpour. Actually, I knew that one.
Why?
Do you remember that play I was in senior year of high school?
The Toad Strangler.
Les Mis? Oh wait, no, you were. You're talking about the play.
I was in the spring play as well.
Wasn't it weird?
And I talked with a southern accent, and one of the things that I said was, "It is a frog strangler out there."
Oh, and you weren't talking about a serial killer that killed frogs.
No, like everyone hide, hide your frogs. Please, he's out there. He's coming. I can't hold this door. So yeah, that's how I know that term.
Makes sense.
That term that play is called The Foreigner, and it was a fun time. Cattywampus.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it too.
Mayor Wampus.
Are we saying Kathy Wampus or is it Mayor Cattywampus?
I think she's known as Catherine, but her friends call her Cattywampus.
Okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah. Now, did we want to name the alligator? I mean, could it just be the alligator gang or the alligang, the gator posse or something like that?
I'm gonna say alligang.
Okay, there it is. So last thing to do, I think, is cover art, and we're good to go.
Just the at the visitation and the coffin pops open and
yeah, that's it right there. The Gatling
saying,
gun.
Are you spooked?
Yeah, I'm imagining like a gator in like mourning, mourner attire. Like maybe has one of the gators has like the what's it called?
The black like shawl over their face.
Yeah, the see-through whatever. It's very good, very tasteful.
I guess it's just called a veil.
Yeah, veil. That's it.
I think so.
Do want to emphasize that basically a war crime.
It's a war crime.
To pretend to surrender, to have a momentary ceasefire and then attack.
Ceasefire
For the greater good.
Yeah, I don't think that these. Well, I mean, I don't know that they're technically at war.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't think these old people give a
Well,
fuck.
it's definitely a crime if it's not war.
It's definitely a crime. I don't know if it's technically a war crime, but I guess I don't know that it matters or that they care.
Yeah.
This is the old West. Ain't nothing mattering out here.
Does give me a bad EBGB feeling. Like pretty spooked actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that image, I suppose then. And the others in the geriatric 7 are like pulling out their guns from their walkers. This is basically a red wedding.
Yeah, it really is. It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
All right. Well, then are we good then?
Yes.
I think we got everything we need.
We did it.
We did it.
All right, Tanner. Do that thing you do, please.
Save us.
Okay. So this has been issue number 71 of Headline Heroes. This week we created Mayor Wampus, or Catherine Wampus. And wait, did we name the group? Oh,
yes.
We named
you.
Geriatric 7.
You named it.
That was just so early on.
You named
Shut up. She's a member of the Geriatric 7. And they were fighting the Alligang and either doing regular crime or war crimes against them. We weren't able to determine. It's hard to say. As always, we want to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for the show. Brett is actually in hiding in South America for many war crimes he has done over his life.
Yeah, so we got a petition going out. Bring Brett home. If you could just all
Justice for Brett. All that sort of stuff.
Yep. Thoughts to Brett. Send your thoughts, please.
Hashtag legalize it.
Never mind what Brett did. Hey, Tanner, remind me again what Brett did.
I'll have to tell you off air.
Oh, okay.
Technically the court case is still happening, so we can't really talk about it.
You're right. We can't talk about it. I can't think of any other war crime besides pretending to surrender or have a ceasefire and then doing it anyway. Maybe something with
He smothered
civilians.
his enemies in farts till they died.
Then I'm guilty too.
You've killed people?
I think Nate died a little inside every time, so.
Fair.
And I guess Nate's my enemy.
Yeah. Also, at this time, we want to thank Carl Sorensen. Carl has not knowingly done any war crimes, but he did make the music for our podcast and help with all the post-production of the audio in between. If you are interested in working with Carl on any sort of musical project, you can reach out to him at carljsorensen.com.
If you have any articles that you want to send our way, so many ways to do that. We have our Twitter at @headline_heroes, our email, headlineheroescast@gmail.com. We have our Facebook group, of course, and the subreddit, that bumping subreddit. We also have a voicemail that you can call in, leave us a message, anything, just like Jeff did at the beginning of the show. Thank you, Jeff, again for that. That number is 319-596-6766. So, yeah, give us a call there, and we'll try to play it on our episode. Whatever podcast app you're listening to us on, it'd be cool if you could subscribe to us, maybe give us a review or a rating, whatever, and then also just tell a friend about us, because word of mouth. And thank you for listening, and we hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.